Okay. Okay. Things turn out best for the people who make the best of how things turn out. This was said by John Wooden, who is widely known today as one of the best positive thinkers, coach, mentor, and teachers of our time. Now, we all know someone who seems to always be happy, who seems to always find the silver lining in any situation. And these same people are often successful in almost everything that they try, and they're also hardly ever sick. What is it about these people? Are they just lucky? Do they have really good genes? Is it genetics? Or is it something that could be available to anyone? Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt better or worse just by walking into that room, depending on the atmosphere in that room? Have you ever wondered why that is? Or if there's anything that you can do about it? My name is Mandy Gibson, and I've always been fascinated by the relationship between your thoughts and your health, your happiness, and your environment. Tonight, I will be sharing some information with you that I believe can help you improve everything from your health, your happiness, to the environment around you. And it could be as simple as changing the way that you think. Positive thinking is a skill that you can acquire in order to achieve happiness, health, and a better psychological well-being. And now there are a lot of you in this room that are probably thinking, well, I already have a positive attitude, and I already enjoy a lot of those benefits. And if you do, that's wonderful, and that's great. What I hope that you get out of this speech tonight is the ability to take what you already know how to do and influence others to do the same. Because I'm going to share some information with you that may explain a little bit of why the way that you think helps you achieve those benefits. Now, the Yale Medical Group has reported that there are a lot of recent studies that link positive thinking to an increase in health and happiness. Now, one of those studies was conducted by researchers at the Mayo Clinic, and they found a link between positive thoughts and a number of health benefits, some of which are an increased immunity to the common cold. So people who have positive thinking get the common cold less. Also, decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, an increased lifespan. These people live longer, among a number of other health benefits. There's also a new study of medicine called psychoneuroimmunology. And this type of medicine is focused on researching the relationship between positive thinking and health. And they have found a link. They have determined that there is a physical impact. There's a physical impact to your body of positive and negative thoughts. Now, there are two things that you need to understand about psychoneuroimmunology. And the first is that your subconscious mind releases chemicals based on both external stimulus and internal stimulus. So the external stimuli would be things like the news, what you hear on the news, what you hear on the radio, what you hear from coworkers, friends, and family. And internal stimulus would be your own thoughts, your own feelings. Okay? The second thing that you need to understand is that your subconscious cannot tell the difference between the truth and a lie. So this external stimuli, and sometimes even the things that we tell ourselves, whether it's true or not, our brain is reacting to it as though it's the truth, and those chemicals are released. So whenever a positive stimulus is introduced, your brain releases dopamine. Chemicals like dopamine, which is that feel-good drug. It's the one that gives you, not drug, chemical. It's the one that gives you energy. It's the one that gives you confidence. The one that makes you wake up in the day and say, I'm ready to take on this day. And those negative stimuli release chemicals like cortisol, which is a stress-induced chemical. And those are the type that make you go, I don't really want to do anything. I don't want to deal with this. And it induces stress. Now, I'd like to have two volunteers because I want to show the impact of this. Okay, come on up, please. What is your name?
Megan. Angie.
Thank you very much for volunteering. Okay, now we're going to see the impact, the physical impact that you actually have based on external stimuli, all right? And remember, the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a truth and a lie. Megan, I'd like you to come right around here. And Angie, well, I'd like you to actually face Angie. Angie, for 30 seconds, I want you to tell Megan some very negative things. And I want you to make it personal. But this is the thing. You can't, none of it can be the truth. None of it can be the truth. So it could be as simple as, those shoes look ridiculous, they do not match your clothes, I cannot believe you're walking around like that, to everything from, oh my God, the economy is going down, you are not prepared to feed your family, you're a terrible mother, I cannot believe you're not going to be able to feed your family. Okay, you ready? Sure. Oh, first, Megan, I want you to hold your arms out. You're strong. I'm going to try to push your arms down. Don't let me, okay? You ready? You are pretty strong. Okay. Now, Angie, go.
I really hate your shoes. That shirt is hideous. I cannot believe you're wearing it. You're mean. You're mean. You don't listen to people. You don't take care of your kids at all. You don't even feed them.
No laughing, please.
Sorry. You don't feed them. Your jeans have holes in them. I can almost see your ankles because they're too short. Your hair needs to be 30 seconds.
It is cold outside. I can't believe you haven't even covered up your arms. What are you doing? You're going to be cold. You're not going to be able to go home. Your kids probably aren't wearing anything either because you can't take care of them either. What are you thinking?
They didn't have coats today.
All right, now go ahead and hold your arms out. Don't let me push your arms down. It's a lot easier for me to push your arms down that time. And the thing is, we all saw, we had a hard time doing that exercise. And probably, for those of you in the room, it was actually kind of difficult to watch because you all know Megan, you all know Angie. We know those things aren't true, but it's difficult and it's challenging to hear those things even when we know they're not true. And we have a physical reaction to them. And even people in the same room have a physical reaction to that. Actually, every single one of you could have come up here and your strength would have been depleted just from watching that. Okay? Now, there are things that we can do to overcome this type of thing because we have external stimuli that aren't true, that don't relate to us, that we hear all the time. We hear it from the news, we hear it from the radio, we hear it from coworkers when we walk into to start our work day, who are, oh, I can't believe this day, blah, 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 they started this, they started that. It's negative. It doesn't have anything to do with us. We don't believe those same things, but we react to it. There are things that we can do to overcome that. We can turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Through conscious effort and practice, we can create a habit of positive thinking. Now, it takes 3 positive things to overcome 1 negative. Megan, you are a beautiful person. You're a wonderful mother. You're a great friend. Your shoes and your outfit looks beautiful. You look beautiful. You are so well put together. You are the most confident, wonderful hostess with the mostest of anyone that I know. And you're a wonderful person. You're a wonderful person. Arms out. You ready? That's all it takes and we all feel better now, all right? You guys can go ahead and sit down. All right. So, we have just seen that there is an impact, whether we realize it or not, and we have to guard against that. There are things that we need to do. So, whenever you hear those negative things, whether they're from coworkers, whether they're from the news, they cloud your mind. And they take that clear mind that you woke up with, that bright start that you had for the day, and they cloud it. They make it cloudy. It affects you. It takes 3 positive thoughts to overcome 1 negative thought. So you have to consciously make the effort to tell yourself and provide those positive thoughts. So whenever you hear your coworkers say, I cannot believe this day, it's going to be ridiculous today, you need to think and you need to say out loud, this is going to be exciting. We've got some new opportunities. There are some new things coming our way. We're going to learn something today. And you need to say that out loud. Whenever you hear the news and they say there's a 20% chance of rain today, it's partly cloudy, you need to think, oh, it's partly sunny. There's an 80% chance I'm going to see the sunshine today. Acts of kindness to others also promote positivity. So even if there's something that you can't quite overcome, do something kind for someone else, because it will promote positive thoughts. And you've got to consciously put in enough positive energy to overcome that negativity so that you get back to that clear thinking. 3 positive thoughts to 1 negative. Now, positive thinking is not about being a cheerleader. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's about being positive and realistic to the challenges that you face every day. It's about believing in yourself. It's about being conscious of what you need in order to overcome what's coming at you. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with the following thoughts. We have all struggled. We've all made the decision to do something difficult and challenging because we believe that the time and effort that we put into it is worth the result. We've all done that. We've all made that commitment for something. Positive thinking, creating that habit, is not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Our society kind of builds us up to automatically think negatively. A study at the University of Iowa found that children are told negative comments like no, don't touch that, can't, 422 times a day. Now, we can't not tell our children no. Obviously, we have to provide